Walden the game was created to allow you to follow in the footsteps of Henry David Thoreau on his quest to become one with nature. This unique game allows you to see through the eyes of Thoreau himself and to relive the events in his life that actually occurred in history. From following the map to complete a variety of quests, to thoughtfully examining wildlife, Walden the game is full of mysterious twists and turns, despite being a laid-back and ultimately relaxing game. With each new chapter of the game comes new abilities, experiences, and pleasing visual aspects in order to keep the game engaging and refreshing as Thoreau makes his way through the various seasons in the wilderness. We will be discussing how the maker of this game, Tracy Fullerton, used her artistic expertise to bring about a peaceful narrative with a satisfying goal, which makes Walden such an intriguing game to play.
Walden a Game is a first-person, open-world video game that started being developed in 2007 as a research project at USC Game Innovation Lab led by Tracy Fullerton. The game started being developed with no funding at all, but after winning several awards, it was granted funding in order to further the production of the game. The developer, company, and publisher of the game is USC Game Innovation. The crew for the production was formed of a small team of staff from this company and a number of students that participated as a matter of research. Tracy Fullerton led the developing team as a commonly known and experienced leader. Finally, the audio music for the game was directed by the worldwide known director Michael Sweet and was recorded live at the prestigious Music University of Berklee College of Music in Boston.
Walden the game has a very interesting plot. The character that the user plays as is Henry David Thoreau. The plot starts off with Henry at his cabin near Walden Pond. Throughout the game, Henry is on his own attempting to survive by interacting with nature, such as the plants and the animals he encounters. He is also guided by his mentor, Ralph Waldo Emerson, as he tries to survive through the 4 seasons. That is summer, fall, winter, and spring. Henry is first faced with summer and fall as he begins to get accustomed to his new life out in the wilderness by himself. Next comes winter, which is the toughest of the 4 seasons, because you are tasked with trying to find food, making clothing, and keeping the fire going for heat. After winter comes spring, and this is where Henry's journal is finally completed. After spring, the game is technically over, however you could still roam around finding different items and such. You could also still go into town and interact with the different people there. Throughout the 4 seasons, Henry is continuously writing in his journal his findings and receiving letters from his friends and his family.
In the game Walden, there is a focus on Henry David Thoreau's journey in the woods through seasons and through struggle. The gameplay has a series of balanced goals that can be reached through peaceful experiences of sounds, animals, books, interactions, and exploring that leads to the discovery of Thoreau's experiment. One of the main goals that is portrayed in this game is to better the understanding of the 4 necessaries of life through survivalist gameplay in search of food, fuel, shelter, and clothing. The goal of this game is not to beat it, but to achieve a balance while supporting Thoreau's lifestyle and following direction to better his journey. I noticed that one of the main goals of the game was to create something that involved raw thinking and survivalist skills while being in tune with nature and completing Thoreau's journey. Like I said before, you can't lose the game, but there are consequences for mismanaging Thoreau's life. For example, if you refuse to feed Thoreau, it causes him to faint. This can affect actions that would happen afterward, such as returning books to friends. Once again, the challenge of the game is not to beat it, but to spend your time wisely in it, making conscious efforts to improve Henry David Thoreau's experiences and his productivity in the woods.
In conclusion, Walden was masterfully created and is an entertaining game to play. It exposes you to the lifestyle of Thoreau and the delicate beauty that can be found in nature, while encouraging you to lead a simpler, more meaningful life. While the game may appear to be time-consuming, it is easy to become immersed in the graphics and the numerous tasks at hand, making hours turn to minutes. It is impossible to become bored as new animals, plants, and scenarios evolve with the seasons to keep you always guessing. If you are looking for a simple, easy-to-manage game to help you unwind after a busy day, Walden should be your game of choice.